I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change.
Welcome back, guys, and welcome from 9 Mile Station, just outside of Broken Hill. We've been staying here for the last 5 nights on a low-cost campsite.
It's on Wiki Camps.
It's in Wiki Camps, and it's actually a working sheep station, so 92,000 acres. The boys are here at the moment, a couple of contractors with a chopper and that. They go out in the morning and do what they've got to do. I think they're marking lambs at the moment. But where the campsites are all set up, they're all sat along the Stevens Creek, and you pretty much got the whole area to yourself. Greg and Mia, who run the station, they've made little campsites around the place, pushed in up to the creek, so it's good even travelling in out here. It is the outback. It is cold of a night. It is a desert but environment, but in saying that, it's just the beauty and the colours. Just it's nature's bling, really.
Yeah, and like it is still a $20 a night. Where, you know, these sites that we're on a no power water, you have to be self-contained. You can go down to the homestead, which is about 1 kilometre from where our site is, and you can have a shower there if you like, and there's a toilet down there.
Being here's enabled us to do a whole lot of activities as a base. It's been really good. We spent a good day or so out at Silverton, which was on a bit of a bucket list for us to have a look around, and we dropped in and seen an old friend of my dad's, John Dynan, who's a renowned Australian artist, bush artist. The likes of himself, Jack Absalon, Pro Hart, they all come from that school of guys who were miners in Broken Hill and turned their hand to painting and become internationally recognised, of course. So we're just dropping in to see an old mate of my dad's, John Dynan. He's a nationally acclaimed artist, and he's probably best known for his representation of emus in his paintings, but in a very kooky manner. You'll get to see a few of them inside, but even the outside of his place is not your normal art gallery. So we spent some time out there. We went and did a tour of the jail and museum at Silverton, and that was probably the biggest surprise of the trip.
Yeah, it was. You'll see, Pete will pop in some footage a little bit later on about that. So that was a big surprise for $7.
For $7, I thought it was just going to be a prison cell experience, but it was so much more. So, just in case one of us misbehave, we've got to check out where we're going to get put for the night. So we're going to go and have a look at the Silverton Jail Museum. And I read somewhere that there used to be a padded cell here for someone who gets crazy or hard to control.
I better stay out.
But there's solitary confinement too, so look out. One of us might not come out. I've got the car keys. That's the tip. One of the other things we did, which we haven't done before, but would highly recommend if you're in Broken Hill, is to, it's a free walking tour. It's conducted at 10 o'clock of the morning and takes off from the information centre in Broken Hill. Judy was our guide, and very informative, and just some things you just don't pick up reading a book.
No, definitely not.
And
It's all the little things that are missing probably from all that information that you can read about.
Yeah, and they're conducted by locals who know the place, grew up here, they're A-graders, so they know the history, they've lived it, so they can give you a lot of little insights. And we'd been already walking around the town for a couple of days and walked some of the same areas with Judy, and we're just wowed by some of the information she gave us.
Yeah. It just gives you a bit of a reference point, because as she said from that walking tour, if you do that straight away, you can sort of go back to some of these places and have a bit more of a look at them more closely, because she can't obviously do it all in a 2.5 hour.
Well, here we go. Here's a beer.
Cheers to Jack.
Here's to Jack. Jack, Lizard, Chub, and Treadley, and Uncle Tom.
Cheers.
Anything can happen in Silverton. Mel always says, I'm continually making an ass of myself. Or as the Americans would say, an ass of myself. I don't know so much.
Man, you're sleeping.
How friendly. Yeah, I thought you guys.
Beautiful.
It's like pattern statues.
Yeah, they are like a statue. Standing on the veranda. Just under
In the shade. How cool. Well, good morning. We've just had our first night out at 9 Mile Station, and it is magnificent morning. Clear blue skies, cold, chilly night, but the diesel heater's going on the caravan early this morning to give us a bit of a chill buster. And if you have any doubts about how cold it can get away from the cities and out in the desert country, have a look at this. Oh, she's a nicey start to the morning, but what a day. Hey, don't you love it when someone's got to open the gate for you? Do you ever feel like playing a little game? Look at that. What a great job. She really loves this.
Oh, that's funny, so funny.
Oh well, you get a jog in. Hi guys, we're at the Broken Hill Miners Memorial at Lead Lode, that overlooks the city of Broken Hill. Didn't really know what to expect here. We saw this from down in the street, and you can it overlooks the whole city. But upon entering, you come across a memorial that's not unlike an Anzac War memorial with the tulips, with the poppies for every man that's lost his life while working in the mines around this region. And it's amazing to see how things have moved forward in the way of health and safety. You can see they described the way the miner had died, his age, name obviously, and what mine he worked in. But obviously from the 1800s on, it was quite frenetic. The safety laws were pretty much non-existent. It was just get the gear out and make money. But from 1970, early 1970s, it really dropped off, the fatalities, and they were a different type. There was more heart attacks rather than industrial accidents. But some of them were quite odd. One poor bugger was killed by a falling plumb bob. Yeah, caught up in the belts. A lot of falling down shafts and that sort of thing.
Still a range of common things though, early from the early 1800s when they started working in the mines. It was still right up until the late 1900s. They still had a lot of similar injuries, funnily enough, and like things like heart failure and things like that was still pretty common right through, you know, heart attacks, things like that, being caught up in machinery, still pretty common all the way through all those years.
Yeah.
Amazingly enough.
And of course, advances in medicines and recovery and all that sort of thing improved as well, as working conditions did also. But things like one poor fellow lost his foot and ended up dying of septicemia. Well, this day and age, with antibiotics the way they are, and the level of care that you can get pretty easily, things improved thankfully for the guys who work here now, producing all the iron and ore and everything we need to progress for the nation. Come and see it if you get a chance.
A bit sad to see all the poppies, all the roses actually. They're roses. They look like poppies, but they're roses, all displayed. You just know that someone's lost their life, probably very young.
But it's free of charge. Worth coming to see. Come up early in the morning. You get a good look over the city as well.
Cool.
Now they say the older you get, things shrink and just get a bit smaller in stature. Maybe that's true. I don't know. Doesn't matter how old you are, you can still be a big kid. Folks, I'm a little bit excited. I've been waiting for this in Broken Hill. They make apparently the best lime spiders. It's my absolute downfall. There we go. What's yours?
Mine's a chocolate malt, double malt milkshake.
And that classic lime spider.
Radio. How good is that?
Just like the old days.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.